hold on. Just give me some time. All right, When the Rain Falls. I am so excited about this track and what the fans are gonna think about it and how it's gonna affect them, because by far this is the most inspirational track next to Round and Around that I've written, in my opinion. And it, like when I think of Round and Around and what it did for, you know, helping people to have a better outlook in their life, When the Rain Falls is like the cool older brother that is there to, you know, supplement that same encouragement. And it's a 1-2 punch, and that's what I look at. This is a 2 punch. And this track was written at a time when we just hit quarantine. Everything shut down, the whole economy was just decimated, and we didn't know what was gonna happen. All my tours were canceled, and it just looked like just things were heading into Nowhereville. It was pouring rain, literally, for the whole world. How it was written was me and my beautiful fiance were sitting on the beach, on this, our favorite beach on the west side of Oahu. And, you know, I had my ukulele and we were jamming some throwback R&B songs like Mariah Carey, and this chord progression hit me in a way that I never played this progression before, and this sound before, and it just kind of felt like, don't go chasing waterfalls. It's the same kind of chord progression. And in that moment, this message just came out of our heart into wanting to encourage someone that with whatever negative thoughts that they're being bombarded with, that they weren't alone, and that they had somebody that was going to be there for them when the rain would fall. And that's basically what this song is all about. It's inspired to help encourage people to feel okay and to feel like they're not alone, and that you're not alone. And right now the whole world is going through the worst time it's ever been in history with regards to the isolation that people are feeling today. One thing I read the other day is that solitary confinement is what causes so many people to feel so depressed. It's one of the worst punishments for criminals is solitary confinement, because they're distant from everybody, and everybody needs social connection. And with what COVID has done, it's caused so many people to feel alone and isolated. And so when this song was written, it was with that, crazily to think about, it was with that intention to make somebody feel like they weren't alone. After we left that beach that day and it was written, I knew immediately that this was going to be my favorite song to release of the year because of how timely it was. And so it started off as a really fun reggae song, and once it hit the studio, everything kind of changed. How was it produced? Well, that's a crazy question, because when we hit the studio and I brought the track to Kapena de Lima. Kapena is an unbelievable, talented producer who helped me produce Paradise, He'eroa, Natural High. And so when I brought the track to him, he was like, this is a hit, but I'm hearing it differently. And so it started off as a real kind of a ballad, like acoustic reggae song, and then it's just kind of turned into this dancehall R&B pop vibe. Yeah, it was totally different than what I was planning on it sounding, but with our powers combined, it all came together. And I feel like the way it was produced and the way it was not expected. A lot of people are saying, wow, this is not like you to release a track like this. This is so different. Like my uncle Darren, he said, oh, Usher now, yeah? Oh, Justin Bieber, yeah, now. You know, it's not my style. So when I came out with this track and it was finally finished, it was so different. But I love it. I love this song, and I love what we did in the studio to make it work. And what was really cool about this track was I got to have my fiance Kat sing harmonies on it with me. And that was really special because we wrote the track together and we got to sing it on the song, on the track together, and got to share it with the whole world. And so yeah, the production of it was unbelievable. I'm so happy and so stoked to have worked with Kapena on this track. What is my goal with releasing this song? Well, if it isn't clear enough, these lyrics are just completely meant to encourage you. It's all about encouraging you and making you feel the same way Round and Round made you feel when you first heard Round and Round. And so it goes back to what we're going through today in the world. You know, the world is going through a storm, and so your friends are there, your family will be there for you, and whatever you're going through. And sadly, we know that suicide rate has gone up so much since everybody's going through a lot. And that's horrible, it's so hard, and that's why I wrote Round and Round too. And so with this song, I hope that it can help you out there, everybody that's listening, that you're not alone. And that leads me to my favorite line of this song, which is what you asked. My favorite part of this song is, well, it's hard because I wrote every line, and each one was like meant to be encouraging for people. But let's just think about that again. Take 7. You know what? I don't have a favorite line in the song. Let's just get down to it. But I'm gonna break down the song so that you can kind of be able to see from a writing perspective what, as a writer, I want you to hear and what I want you to take away from it. So first verse, you know, I can see you hurt. I can see you hurt, and it's hard to say hurting without singing it. Tell me now, is it worth it? No way. I can see you hoping and praying that someone throws you out of rope and saves you from your negative thoughts. I know you feel lost, but you ain't gotta feel lost. So basically, first verse, this is my probably favorite part of the song, just because it's helping you to understand that you don't have to feel lost in your negative thoughts because you're not alone. And that's when the chorus hits. I will be there when the rain falls. You can hit me with that late call. Doesn't matter if you're near or far. Technology, we can be there for our loved ones. FaceTime, we can drive to them as fast as we can, right? I'll be there, we'll be there for you. And that's what I want the listener to hear, is to hear that they're not alone. We can talk until the sunrise, dance until we see the stars shine. Just being available. We have to be available for our loved ones going through hard times, right? I will love you to the end of time. I'll be there when the rain falls. And yeah, I want this chorus to hit the heart and just make someone feel like they got their loved ones and they're gonna be there for them. So second verse, you know, goes into this, I'll text 100 times, just make sure you reply to tell me you are right. And it's so often common that, you know, we kind of isolate ourselves in a bubble when we're depressed, and we don't respond to our loved ones who are reaching out to help us, and we're just, I'm okay, I'm good, right? Because that's what's the problem nowadays, is, you know, depression is so rampant and we tend to isolate ourselves. And so we need to, we gotta not stop texting our loved ones until they reply to us to make sure they're okay, you know. And definitely I learned that a lot from my mom, who I have to text her all the time and tell her I'm okay. Anyway, I'm only child, so anyway, I love you, Mom. Just know you're not alone. When things start going sideways, I'll be on that highway home. Ready or not, my heart's never gonna stop. Still, I light up the dark for you. So just don't give up so soon. So if you listen to those words, don't give up so soon. It should be clear to you that you're not alone, so don't give up. And on the bridge, you know, it's in this crazy world we're living in, it's a wonder when our last day will be alive. We don't know when. You know, it's a wonder who survives. But in these dark times, we'll be shining, and over valleys we will fly. Let's go dancing in the thunder, let the storm clouds roll down. Basically, just whatever we go through, let's smash it and let's fly over these valleys and never look back and overlook these obstacles, because if we do so, then we'll grow. And that's basically Round and Round's message, just in a way Usher dancehall beat vibe. When the Rain Falls it's out now, and I hope people are liking it. I hope fans are enjoying something different. And overall, just hope it helps, right? So, when the rain falls, out now.